Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first Prolex Podcast, where we talk about photography, videography, tech news, projects we've been working on, as well as break down our favorite video and social media page of this week. But before we jump in, we got the question of the day. And the question of the day is today, sponsored by Jordan over here. What is a personal goal you have within your field of creation? Jordan, that's a question towards you.
This is loaded already because I wrote the question, so I know what I'm saying.
Oh, you got it? Spit it out. Like full
so
loaded
goal
Subway sandwich. Let's go.
And personal goal in photography, I really want to get something published. I don't really know how to do that.
Okay.
So that I'll have to look into, but that's what I'm excited about.
Austin, why do you look so scared right now? Because you know you're next.
I'm terrified.
Yeah. Okay, so what published? You mean like newspaper, magazine?
Yeah, newspaper or magazine. Magazine preferably, something in, I don't know, in some field that I like. Be it, like,
What's a field?
If I could get a car thing.
So the funny thing is that like, speaking of car, I knew you were going to say that, because like, speaking of cars, when I met you, you were not a car guy. You didn't understand anything about cars. You never shot cars, pretty much never shot cars.
No.
And here we are shooting cars pretty much
every week.
Every week, yeah. So would it be cool if your shot was published on like a big magazine or newspaper about cars? Not newspaper, what am I saying? But like magazine?
Yeah, that would be a goal. The other side of that would be something like in like Canadian Geographic or something, but I don't shoot that as often.
Right. You just should shoot animals like Austin over here. It's straight up a...
It's totally what I do.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're the animal. He's shooting you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we'll just dress you up. Go into the woods.
Yeah, like... As we see a wild lion jumping out of the woods. Anyways, lion in Winnipeg. What?
That'll be on the cover.
Yeah, wild lion jumps out of the woods. That's a good tagline for this podcast.
Yeah.
And then people don't expect it to be Austin. Austin, you tell me, what's a goal in your creative field?
I want one of my short films to be featured at Toronto International Film Festival.
Oh wow.
That
would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be sick. So, do you have a short film you're working on right now, or do you have one that you think could be in that?
No, I had one. It was too long. It was like 20-something minutes.
How long are they supposed to be? 10
well,
to 15,
that's
right?
in the range, but I don't think it was good enough for them to like take that long of a film and try to fit it in a slot. So I'm thinking 5 minutes of just an incredible short film.
That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. We'll be there. Jordan and I will be there. We'll be first row.
Like credit as well.
Yeah, you can be in the film. You're a great actor.
Yeah, no,
Thank
for sure.
You.
Yeah,
no one got to see.
You're acting. Don't tell anybody why. Okay, but honestly, we'll be there first row, like pom-poms and everything, man. Like we'll be cheering. Like be like quiet moment.
Give us an A.
Yeah. Hey. So you. Okay.
Just gotta let me borrow your gimbal.
Hey man,
you
if
get
you give me
producer credit.
Yeah, I get producer credit.
Yeah, you give them gear.
Yeah, this is
That's
true.
funding.
Or just like DJI Global credit. No, like gimbal credit, and it's just like gimbal provided by yours truly, the one and only. Fantastic.
I will say your name first in the credits.
Sorry?
I'll say your name first in the credits.
Just like
special thanks.
The glorious Alex.
Alexander, please. Thank you. Mr. Streltsov, actually. Mr. But depends who's asking, of course. To you, I'm just pierogi. But anyways, so moving on.
What about you?
What?
What about you?
What about me? I'm very competitive, and but I like winning at things that. Don't worry, this will tie into the question, man.
Okay.
I'm going like way, and then I'm gonna come back.
Okay.
But I'm very competitive, and I like winning against competition by doing something the competition is not. So then this way, you know what I mean? We're almost not playing in the same playing field, really. But at the end of the day, I want us to come out on top. Meaning that there's no other really there's not many even in Canada media companies that do podcasts or media companies that do monthly events or like all this stuff. And that's technically the creative field, because I don't really shoot photos anymore. I don't really make videos, right? So to me, everything we're doing, all these new things that we're doing, that's kind of my creative, right? Like, I guess. Mm-hmm. So for me, I would love for our, say the fun commercials that we're doing, or say the podcasts or the vlogs that we're started doing, and everything, that to be like, you know, like say this podcast to be like top 3 on iTunes or something in Canada or something like that.
Oh my God.
In Canada.
I'm not that likable.
No, same
I'll tell
here.
you
We're
now.
screwed. You gotta pull our weight.
Hey man, I mean I'm setting goals high. Hey, even like that's going off topic from the creative the question. I even forgot the question because I didn't went so much off topic. But like, what else? I mean, okay, if we go back on topic on creation, I'd say that we create a fun video, like kind of like what we did with the GTR and a snowboard.
Yeah.
And keep creating those videos monthly, and then have within the next 6 months have a video that goes viral Canada wide, like like how like viral, like or North America wide, like Damn Daniel with those white vans, right, or like stuff like that, right? That would be sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyways, moving on. For me, again, it's like competitive. So like for me, it's more like a competitive goal with the creative that we create. But moving on to the week's recap. So we worked on a couple things this week. So we worked with Genesis this week. Did a photo shoot with their blue G70 3.3, super awesome car. We haven't driven a G70 in like that G70 because we filmed the main commercial with it back in August or something.
Oh yeah.
And we drove
Summer.
it a lot, right? And that was fun. But then we haven't driven that particular one for like pretty much almost a year or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
last summer.
Last summer, yeah. And driving it again was awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's fun.
This guy, Jordan, he texted me. He's like, hey, do you want to just meet at IKEA? I'm like running 7 minutes late. He's like, do you want to just meet at IKEA? I'm like,
I got the car already.
yeah. He's like, I know this guy just wants to drive it. I'm not going to be a dick. I'm not going to be like, you know what? No, I'm going to show up. I'm going to drive it. So I still showed up, but let him drive it. So that was good. So then tell me a little more about the shoot.
Well, it was our first time back in the blue one, so that was good.
Right.
So we wanted to do
It's a nice blue color.
on blue. So yeah, no, it looks really good. I think out of the lineup, the red one is nice, but I'm not the biggest fan
of red. It's a little too much versus the blue is like a
Blue is
perfect.
nice.
It pops, but it's also subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
So
perfect
the
mix.
whole goal was to emphasize the blue, so we went blue on blue. Thank God we have an IKEA. I go there way too often, and of course I added one more stop at IKEA, but this time just to take pictures. And yeah, it's got nice blue walls, all the siding. Obviously, is like all that blue wall, so we really matched up the colors with that. I think some of them turned out really good.
Man, we got some sweet shots.
Yeah.
And after, the best part was like when we, well, first of all, the first best part is that the guy, the like supervisor came out and just asked us what he was doing. He's like, oh, damn, what kind of car is that?
Yeah.
And we're like, Genesis is doing a good job because that's exactly what they want people to ask.
Yeah,
It's
every
like-
time it's always somebody being like, oh, like what is that? Right?
Yeah.
Like, they really are interested in it.
Right, and we're not even the salespeople of this car, but I gloat about it. I'm like, man, it's a 3.3, 365 horsepower, and like, but it's an awesome car.
Yeah,
it's
it was cool. He came out and he was like, I saw you on the camera. I was like, oh, it's fine. Just be careful because the trucks come in and out of here. Or whatever. And he's like, yeah, you're fine. And then he goes back inside.
And right before going back inside, he's like, oh, so can I have the keys? I'm like, okay, sale, Wade Clisby from Genesis. You got a sale right here, lead. No, I'm just kidding. But then we went to another part of the IKEA, and there was like a bunch of cones there. And then there's also staircases. We went up on the staircase. Us and this where you input one of the final photos in the video.
And if you're listening, too bad, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, you don't get to see. It's a beautiful blue car. It's parked bike. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways,
you can see it on social soon.
Yeah, true. At Prolex Media on Instagram. But we got some elevation with the staircase, and then also there's a bunch of cones there for like a construction area, and we're like, hey, we should totally play around with the cones. And then we put a bunch of cones around the car. That was really cool. Mm-hmm. And then the Looney Tunes shot. That's the key word for it. Anyways, back on track. And after that, we did the Looney Tunes shot where we shot through the hole of the cone, and the Genesis was on the other side. That was pretty cool.
That was cool. Did that vertigo shot at the very end.
Oh yeah, that was really cool. Like a GIF of like. So you were explain vertigo shot to people that may not know what that is.
Oh, you see it all the time in horror movies when you see the background kind of collapse, but the subject stays the same size in the middle. So I just did it in one try, but slowly zoomed out my camera as I like walked
towards the car.
Walked towards the car taking pictures, and no, it turned out pretty good. It'll be up on their page in a couple weeks.
And probably on Prolex soon after that.
Oh, yeah. We
We need to post that on Prolex. That was too good to just
sweet.
pass up to Genesis. Yesterday was a pretty crazy day. In the folder, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I don't have the hard drive plugged in. We literally there's literally 10 different videos we made yesterday. There was 2 vlogs that we made. Then we did 3 videos of Goche, and then we did What do we do? So tell me about Goche. What would you do? Did we do at Goche? Jesus.
3 smaller videos.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't tell you what they are because I forgot. One was about their Camaro.
Yeah, the Camaros.
Camaro, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's one. There
Some
you go.
deal
This,
they
this
have.
sounds like rehab. You're like really trying like to remember
Hey, it was
yesterday.
like a 12-hour day. I'm tired.
Yeah, that's fair.
What else?
So there was the Camaros and there was the certified pre-owned because they became a certified pre-owned dealer, and another one was about their modified trucks.
Modified
And
trucks, that was it.
Those look badass. Those are massive, like lifted. Like I'm a big lowered car guy, but like one of those for when people piss me off, so I can just drive over them. You know, like that'd be great. But so after that, we did some portraits as well. Jordan did some portraits with Goche, and then we ran their socials, so the videos are for social media. And then after that, we went back to the office. In the office, I crushed a delicious Safeway sandwich. And then...
And speaking of Subway sandwich, after that long day yesterday, that's where I stopped.
Where did you stop?
Wow.
Safeway sandwich. Ooh,
So good.
it's so good.
It's
way
so
than
much better than Subway.
Sponsor
Never
us,
tried it.
Subway.
Man, honestly, like Subway just literally tastes like cardboard.
But it's so good.
No, but then you try
but you try
Safeway.
Safeway? Dude.
Dude.
Cheaper.
Yeah, it's like comparable.
No, it's actually it is
comparable.
cheaper because you get Subway is 12 inches versus this one's like fucking 15.
Oh, it's huge, yeah.
It's massive. It's literally a full baguette. You order a baguette, they give you a full baguette, cut in half.
Put
It's
that
a-
on my bucket list.
Dude, it's good.
on your bucket list.
Yeah.
You, this
On
literally
my
is
goals.
some-
This goes back to my goals. I changed mine.
You want to
try
eat a
to save-
Safeway sandwich.
Forget TIFF.
Yeah.
Nobody
I
cares
need to
about
say-
TIFF. What's TIFF?
Toronto International Film Festival. What are you
Oh.
No, I'm saying what is it?
I was gonna ask.
He was actually asking.
Yeah, I was like, wait, no, I was gonna say, who is Tiff? It's Tiff on the bucket. Tiff, if you're listening to this,
What are you talking about? I don't know anybody named Tiff. Not anymore.
well, this guy clearly does.
Yeah, so about the Safeway sandwich.
Oh yeah, sorry. You ate a Safeway sandwich. God, not Subway.
Jesus, yeah, wow, you can't sponsor both. They can both sponsor us. You can Safeway sandwiches and Subway sandwich. But anyways,
after that. Sorry.
after that, we were gonna do the podcast, but before we could do the podcast, which all this gear is for. Yeah. Anyways, we did a bunch of unboxing videos, and we started doing those because we want to create a lot more content for social and for YouTube and stuff to basically have more content for people to consume, because you never know what catches on online, right? People may like our creative commercials or our podcasts or our unboxing videos. How many did we do? We did like 5
I
unboxing
think it's
videos?
5, yeah.
So what did we unbox? Can you remember that? This is a test now. Now I'm just gonna...
Everything in this shot. So we got the Rode mics,
Okay.
NTG4s, this Focusrite Scarlett 2i2,
Okay.
which is powering these magnificent mics, as you
Right.
can tell by my crisp voice.
Crisp.
And
What else was there?
So we had this Sennheiser, the wireless mic system,
yeah,
that we replaced instead of using a recorder and a lav mic. And the reason we replaced that because it cuts how many hours out of editing per video on average? Like,
well, it saves a lot of time. Just syncing audio.
right. Just because it's, I guess,
Give or take, it could be as bad as 2 hours.
wow. Yeah. So it's a lot of time saved. Technically, by investing into this, I'm saving money. So saving
Yeah,
money
that's
lives
nice.
better. Walmart said it best, right? So either
Yeah,
way.
like those 3 shoots we did, just it shaves us so much time. I just edit to the video and the audio was just right there.
Yeah, Sennheisers actually, and they're much better after watching reviews and actually listening to them. Much better than the Rode wireless mic system, and they're actually $100 cheaper too.
Well, one's like 4 years old at this time.
Right, the Rode, and this one's like just I think 6 months or something old, barely. And then we also got the Adamus Ninja V, which is awesome because we had a different screen. We had the Aperture VS2, and now we got the Adamus. So I'm actually really excited just to get playing with that.
It didn't come with batteries, so we can try it out.
Damn it! Yeah, so we
It
got to
should
get
at least
them
come with one. Come on.
Adamus. Jesus,
Go.
Yeah.
come on, guys.
Never been that sponsor.
Yeah. And then after that, what did we do? We went. We did that shoot with the R8. How was that, by the way? Did you guys enjoy it?
Cold.
It's freaking cold, yeah.
It was cold.
It
So
was
the-
fun, great shots, but
Yeah.
Yeah. So the whole kind of idea behind this was basically I want to start a new series where it's for my personal brand, I guess, and it would be where I interview successful people that drive nice cars, and basically it's like half interview and half car review, I guess, right? So then yesterday we started at the Parkade at the 4th, but across from the 4th, I mean, and we got some nice elevated shots in a parkade of the R8 with Stray the man. And then we went around the city as I drove his car. Kind of we ripped around, did a little bit of a car review, his thoughts on the car, my thoughts on the car, and then like how we got to basically be successful enough to drive that car. And yesterday, yeah, it was like a solid 12-hour day. It was like we started at 9 and then ended at like 8:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. Yeah, and you went like without eating pretty much the whole day, right?
Well, I'm used to it.
Yeah, I literally, I all I've had yesterday was a muffin and a coffee on my way to work, and then the Safeway sandwich.
There you go.
Yeah, and then I came home and devoured like 4 tuna melts, and it was amazing. But anyways, let's do a little bit of debating, you know, because that's good. We are all smart people, know a lot about this field. So, Prime versus Zoom.
See, he had brought this up on our story on Prolex.
Right, on social.
And it wasn't as divisive as I thought. A lot of people jumped at their response, but then when they explained themselves after, all kind of agreed. Everybody was like, ooh, Zoom or Prime or whatever. But then when they explained it, it was like, oh, yeah, I like this more, but Prime has this benefit. Or, oh, I like shooting Prime, but when I'm on the go, I need to have a Zoom going. So it was like kind of the same, even though the preferences switched. I don't like, what's your opinion on it?
Most definitely Zoom.
Okay.
And that's because in the moment you want to capture the shot, and say we're chasing you in the R8 from the other vehicle, I want to get like a close-up of the windshield or whatever, see you guys in it, and then instantly change it to a different angle.
Right.
And I can do it just like that.
So it's just like the versatility.
The practicality and versatility.
Now, for money put into it, I think you get more bang for your buck, definitely from a Prime.
Prime, yeah, they're
You're
a little
not,
bit cheaper.
You have to spend over $1,000 for a zoom lens for it to
especially a fast one, right?
Oh yeah, like the 2.8s from Canon are like 2,500. So
yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah.
Like
well,
the lens that's always on the camera. Like it's not the fastest. It's only f4, but like I use that for like everything.
Yeah.
Just because of the versatility. 24, 105. That's a huge range.
For commercial work, like I think it's the best as zoom lenses for photo and video. But I do like the primes because for when I'm doing, which is very rare nowadays, but when I am doing creative work or when I used to shoot cars, just for fun, not for business or whatever, I do like the primes because they make you move, and I feel like you get a lot more creative.
Yeah, the
with
composition
the
is like all up to you now. Right?
Yeah.
Instead of having like you can just stay there with your feet planted and kind of do whatever. But with the prime, for sure, you're moving around more and you're looking at things differently. Yeah.
But it's sometimes cool to get the really wide shot of close.
For video, for sure. It's like, I guess, I mean both, for sure.
Slightly less sharp too, I guess.
Yeah, there's a bit of.
You won't notice it in social media, so
social media demotes
social
it.
age, I'm not gonna see it.
But okay. Now let's talk about what are we talking about next? Let's do a little bit of tech news. What's new in tech, Jordan?
Man, I wrote this in there. I don't even know the full background on this story.
No, I think we're just gonna wing it. That's better. Let's just talk about it. Let's just wing it. Where are we? Sorry, hold on. Okay, pal, sponsor break. Okay, good. So first ever image of a black hole. That was cool. I mean, I'm like a firm believer that that's like Photoshop. Cause like
a little bit of a skeptic. I get it.
I don't care enough to be like go online and be like, oh, this is Photoshop. But like I'm like, okay, you know what? If you actually legit did this, like kudos, good for you, man. Like that, or woman, I guess. But awesome. But I mean, it could also be Photoshop, and like it's one of those things that like. If a bunch of people reshare it, like popular people that who other people trust their opinion, that like you can't even fight that. Like what? LeBron James or like Will Smith is gonna share that, and what are you gonna be like? Nah, bullshit. That's Photoshop. No, everybody's gonna be like, wow, first image of black hole. Share.
If LeBron James shared it, I don't know if it would be the most believable thing.
Okay. That was a bad example. Okay, what about like Oprah Winfrey? You know what I mean?
Still, no, not wrong sphere. That's the difference.
What do you mean?
Because.
Okay, Bill Nye, the science guy.
Then 100%.
Sure, yeah.
Then I'll believe it.
If anything, though, the memes are fresh.
Yes, they're
very fresh.
Do you just call memes fresh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, he didn't call them memes.
Yeah.
And for everyone listening, we know that is so stupid. But we just found this word super funny the last few days, and I don't know why. I
think Austin just brought it into life. I said something, and then Austin just agreed with me, and instead of saying yes, Alex, or yes, or whatever, he's like, that sounds yeet. And I'm like, I was like, what?
Like, what does that That's how we use that.
That's what.
And
did you
now
say?
we use it for everything.
Yeah. Like yesterday we were shooting the R8, and you're like, "That's a yeet shot," and I'm like, "What?"
Like you were getting pretty annoyed by the end of it.
I was okay. I wasn't annoyed. I was just like,
You're
man,
like, come on, Austin, focus. I will yeet harder next time.
You can use it for like anything, like literally.
Oh man.
It's like, so the waitress comes up to you, like, as your mouth is full, and you're like, after first, so how are the first few bites? They're pretty yeet. Yeah, they're yeet.
Very yeet.
Yeet. So today
It could be classy. It could be casual.
Next
Universal word.
Next thing you know, this guy's like fucking working with Hollywood, and like in 5 years from now, they're like, Mr. Yeet, would you like to have a sandwich? And I'm like, yes, that sandwich looks yeet right now. Okay, too far. Anyways.
So we gotta reel it back now.
Move on.
I don't know what we're doing. Reel it back.
But so anyways, first image of a black hole, eh?
Right, yeah. No, see, but this is cool. If it is real, I have faith in it. I mean, that's kind of... Yeah, I take their word for it just because they're scientists and they spend years doing this. I don't know.
Right, but you also
how
told
they
me
do it.
today that you can get very far wearing a high visibility vest. So,
Yeah.
well, if you put a badge that says scientist, you know, Mr. Streltsov,
Okay, I get it.
Dr. Streltsov, you know. Uh,
Yeah, that's fair. But the,
Okay, I'll
the
give a
cool
benefit.
part,
Yes,
about
yes,
it, the
yes.
tech side of this is really cool. So this, and I learned this today. It was this woman that led this team. However, there's a whole bunch of people that wrote this code specifically, debugging it to figure out how to pretty much use all of these different telescopes from all around the world and all this computing power to build these images. They basically turn the entire planet into a telescope to take pictures of the sky at the same time. But yeah, but that's exciting. And if it is real, man, it's terrifying. But it's fine. It's the image that we saw is apparently 55 million years old, so it's cool. You don't even
Years
know what it
old
looks-
or years ahead of us?
Well, I don't know. Time is weird.
You look like every time I bring up time, you're like scared. You're like,
You don't mess with time, man.
Just not me.
You don't
No,
mess with
it
time.
wasn't me. I didn't do nothing. No, I didn't change my clock. That was itself. It was auto aligning. But
Yeah, we kind of went over that the other day with how the speed of light. It's so far away that the image that we're seeing is old now because it technically is existing.
So are you
At
trying
the
to tell
same
me that I'm
time-
talking to like a 25-year-old Jordan, but it's actually a 40-year-old Jordan for him?
I mean, if you were traveling at the speed of light for like 20 years, yes,
For 20 years.
then I would have doubled in age, and you will have not.
Haven't you seen Interstellar and how that all works?
No, I have not. I don't like
Okay,
fantasy.
that's your homework now.
Yeah.
That's you're
Watch
gonna
it.
tell me my.
No, watch that movie. It's great.
I don't like fantasy movies though.
It's not fantasy.
What?
It's
What?
based in reality.
Do you even sound? That's what I sound like when the cop asked me if I was speeding. I'm like, yeah, well,
I mean,
yeah.
I was a few minutes ago.
Yeah. Like if you look
But
back
that
in
was
time,
the past,
Yeah.
and we're here now.
Yeah,
So
doesn't count. Doesn't count. Yeah. Did I just admit to speeding? I think maybe. Anyway, so. Modular cell phones. And that will tie us into our video of the week. But before we show the video of the week,
yeah.
let's talk about modular cell phones. What's your take on that, Austin?
What does that mean?
It's like when you, people have tried this a bunch of times, where you can pretty much build a phone with pieces that you want on top of other ones. Like if you want the better camera, you can pay for the more expensive camera to be in your phone.
Right.
Versus sacrificing something else. So like, oh, you want a bigger battery, you can pay for a bigger battery. So
Oh, that's pretty
having some
useless then.
customizable.
I feel
Instead
like
of having a one phone, you can customize.
I feel like it's kind of like it's a little like I don't really believe in it, and it's and just like the reason I don't believe in like Android devices that are, or any devices that are super customizable versus an iPhone. You know, every Android user's argument's like, oh, it's so customizable. Oh, you can do all these things that Apple restricts you from doing on their iPhone devices. But I'm like, if I'm taking it, like if it's literally called a portable device. It's meant to do everything fast. You're supposed to just take it out, boom, 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 done, put it back in your pocket, right? That's why it's, you know, like that's why we have these smartphones. They're meant to like work on the go. They're not meant for you to sit at a desk and like customize them to like work on them as you wish.
But
So-
how amazing would that
Okay,
be if you could
okay,
plug
okay.
it as a computer and have it on a screen and then literally like...
So yeah, so say you pick the better processor, right? You could technically have a faster phone that does more
You know what?
work on that.
Anything to make smartphones different, sure.
See, like
'Cause they're
there's
all,
some
like,
benefits,
blended.
but so many people have tried this, and I don't think it's really caught
catching on.
Yeah.
I feel like there's definitely a market for it, just like the market of those people that will like customize their phones or jailbreak their iPhone. You know what I mean?
Like it's definitely niche. Like it's not something that's
Very niche. It's not mass. It's not mass market. That's for sure.
Totally.
Would you get one?
Like a few years ago, I think it would have been really cool, but now I just don't.
The new Jordan is.
I don't know. It's just like you said, it's all about the ease of it. Like I want a phone that works when I take it out of my phone. Like I just want it to do
very simple
the
tasks.
thing. Like I want to be able to text and make a phone call and then maybe sometimes take a picture. Like
and not have it crash.
Yeah, like
have weird bugs because
there's issues with
so many
this,
configurations.
This is true. This is true. Would you get one?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
No,
You know,
it's
I don't know.
I have my laptop for things I want to go crazy with. But
Yeah.
This is true. I feel like regardless of like how powerful the processor is on there, I feel like I like my portable device to be separate from my kind of like station that I work at or whatever, you know?
Yeah. Like if that's doing all your stuff, then it's like.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about that thing that's on your desk right now. Wow. So today's sponsor is Palette Gear, who make powerful modular tactile controls for photo and video editing that magnet together that he's super fascinated by. These things are so cool. Can I see that as well? So basically what these are, in simple terms, are basically analog. They're analog button sliders and dials, as they call them officially, that you can use for pretty much any editing software like Photoshop, Lightroom, Premiere, Final Cut Pro, pretty much anything. And you can actually use them for like Word and Chrome to browse the internet, and you can configure them completely custom to be anything you want. So if you're somebody like me that's banging out emails all day, I mean, I could literally put these to like send, delete, you know what I mean? like rate this client. No, I don't like him. I don't know, but anyways. But you guys have been playing with them for a while, right? And so how do you like it so far, Jordan?
It's pretty sweet. I definitely need to use it more, but it is really cool and it's super easy to set up. That was
just
thing.
listen to the satisfying sound of the magnet together.
Yeah, the thing, I was worried that it would take a while for it to set up.
Yeah.
I was concerned that like maybe setting up each button to different functions, but it's all like pre-built.
Yeah.
For at least the suites that I'm working in, so setting up all the buttons to like the ones that I use the most was super fast. And I was worried because my computer is a piece of garbage that it was gonna really bog it down, but no, it works fine. It's really
and I was with Photoshop.
Yeah, Photoshop and Lightroom. Yeah.
And I think the thing I like about them too is, first of all, the build quality. So they like, you know, like a lot of startups that create products, especially because I guess like for funding or budgeting reasons or whatever, their products are usually like pretty crappy quality, but these are actually very like, they're solid metal or aluminum, I guess. Yeah, so this product's pretty awesome. I really enjoyed the fact that there's like presets for every software that you use. So Lightroom, there's like 5 different presets they already have for all these dials and buttons and whatever, but you can actually customize them as well, which was really cool. We're really actually excited to be using these, and we're actually getting on a call with Palette
next week.
next week on Thursday, to get to know the product better. I actually noticed something here. They literally have the logo on the bottom of each thing engraved in the. That's pretty cool.
So attention to details.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you that back so you can fidget with something. So the buttons do sound pretty satisfying.
Oh yeah, I wish they were a little more clicky, but they're pretty good.
So let's do a quick breakdown of a video for today. This is the video that we're doing.
Oh my god. So
Wow.
The LTG5 modular design. The first phone built for fun.
So that's exactly why we talked about that earlier.
That's
The
amazing.
whole kind of modular.
I
idea,
like it. I like it now. I was on the fence. I was thinking. But
Take
I like
5.
It.
I'll take 5.
So
It's cool.
So first thoughts about the video.
Really
I
well
love
done.
Jason Statham, so
Yeah.
automatically a big fan.
Oh, me
Right
too.
off the bat.
He's so good. But like, I gotta give it to the production team that they could like CGI his face or
On
whatever
every character.
on literally every character, and the fact that like, whoa, look at the amount of credits.
Holy smokes! Wow. Wow, that's awesome.
That's insane.
Did you say the gear they used?
No, but
That would have been cool.
doesn't look like it. But I do. I think my favorite one is when the baby, like the baby one, the
Yeah,
baby
right.
stayed home.
Oh, that's further back. It's like close to the start.
What?
Yeah. It's like right after the train thing, yeah.
That's so funny. And the fact that it like zooms into the thing too, like
Yeah.
they literally make the face like look real. That's insane. That is so good. And that's also not maybe not,
I
but
think
still.
it is. I think it is.
That's so funny.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like and
Just
the, and the music is so well fitting too.
Yeah.
It's so good. That's amazing. So Austin, what do you think of this one?
I like it a lot. I like how they use an anamorphic lens. That's how you get that tight aspect
Oh,
ratio.
yeah.
But the music matches the action too.
That's so good.
Boom. And he does boom, and then fucking whoops. That's amazing.
That's the best shot.
The mask one. That's my favorite
Yeah.
shot.
And all he just looks like
And the cool thing with this is like this is the kind of commercial that I'm kind of a fan of because it's like it's fun and it highlights the features, but like
yeah, but also
subtly.
like that's not
Instead
the
of-
main selling
yeah,
point.
exactly,
Or
yeah.
that's not what they're not like putting
Like
them
it
in
showed
your face.
off there was like something to do with music. There was a camera control one where the person was zooming with like some sort of dial. It looked
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
There was somebody running around with a 3D or 360 camera as well. So yeah, there's a bunch of little things that go on in it, but it's not like trying to shove it down your throat.
Which was awesome.
Yeah, it's-
I really like when commercials do that, when it's like not like right in your face,
Yeah, no, that's sweet.
That's awesome. Okay. What did you say we can apply from this commercial for like Prolex?
Get a CGI artist.
Get an anamorphic lens.
Yeah, CGI artist basically.
Yeah, buy me better gear.
Just so blunt, just like
Here's
in
the
your
bill.
Yeah, that's it. I bought some
We need
gear
a
in your
red cinema lens.
Yeah, we need the
It'll
whole.
totally make us better.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Guarantee, like more business just flowing in, like through the window.
Honestly, most people won't notice a difference.
Wow. Well, just break my heart. Like I just put in an order, and now you're gonna tell me that it's not gonna work. What the hell? Okay. So, and what about a social account? What do you wanna? Which social account do you want?
I have one that we should look at.
All right, let's do it.
It's called Action Scripter.
Okay, hold on. Let me just.
It's great. Car photography, but he does like before and afters of a lot of the projects that he works on. And he does like incredibly photorealistic edits with toys.
Wow,
Yeah. It's like everything is all edited.
that's
Yeah,
insane.
it's crazy. So he does a lot of stuff like that. He's got some really cool tutorials. Like that first time we ever shot cars, I went through a lot of his videos. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, there's a lot of tutorials.
That's
crazy.
incredible.
Yeah.
And these are all toys?
No, not all of them. No.
But even
Some
like,
of them, some of the like really high end like supercar ones are toys, but a lot of them are real.
Like a McLaren.
That's sick. That's sick. So what can we learn from this to apply to our?
Oh man, I just gotta watch more. Like,
Try harder.
yeah, to
That's-
try harder. Essentially. Go faster. Build things like this. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be a sick shot. Rig shots are awesome.
Yeah.
We should
yeah,
totally-
we could build one of those.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like just like 3 section cups and then like a rail.
Yeah.
You don't even have to go that fast, honestly.
No, you don't. And that's the beauty of it because of it being a fixed angle. You can go pretty slow. You could even push the car
Yeah.
and get
oh,
that
yeah.
blur.
Oh yeah. And I love that like shots like that too. That's awesome.
Yeah, we need to do more. So we need to get, like, Josh to drive us around with the back gate open again.
Yeah, because he has the
Maybe
front.
not in the winter, so you're not coated. and stuff.
That was a bad idea. Whoever came up with that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. So I think that's it for today, right? What do we got anything else to talk about?
I think that's it.
Yeah,
I mean, I wrote you a little sign off if you want to.
If I just want to read what you wrote me because I don't know it by heart.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? It sounds pretty good. It sounds like something I would say. It
That's
says,
what I tried. I said cheers at the end too. I tried to make
That's so me. I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna pretend like I wrote it and I know it by heart. So what Jordan suggested I say is I think that's all that we have time for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Well, I am thankful, so that makes sense. If you have any suggestions about things we should talk about, review, or watch, please let us know via email at info@prolexmedia.ca. I knew that part by heart. Or DM us on Instagram at prolexmedia. I knew that part by heart as well. We'd love to hear from you and your comments and feedback, and it will only help us make this show bigger and better each time. I mean, I said that about events too, and I think we've done that so far, bigger and better each time. So I think this will help as well. That's what we want to do here as well. And until next time, cheers.